Hey guys, it's Christina. Welcome back to my channel, and we are doing a holiday TBR. So today's video is going to be over the holiday TBR that I want to do. It may seem like I have quite a few on this list, but honestly, some of these books are like really small, and I will get into that in a minute. But let's just like dive right into it. So the first book that I would love to have completed on my holiday TBR is The Deal of a Lifetime by Frederick Backman. It is a holiday novella. It is about a father's story to his son, told over Christmas Eve. In it, a man finds he may be able to help a little girl dying from cancer in a hospital, but not before making amends with his own son first. It's mentioned that this story manages to get the heartstrings going of what actually holiday matters and means, in engrossing the whole gambit of sacrifice, forgiveness, and love. And I guess apparently it's in less than 100 pages, so that's pretty good. Looking forward to this one. Next book that I want to read in the holiday TBR is Hidden Sea, A Tale of the Once and Future Nutcracker by Gregory Maguire. The description says, Gregory Maguire really honed his spin-off skills when he asked his loyal readers a way to a land called Oz in his 1995 novel Wicked. 2 decades later, Maguire unleashed yet another award-winning imaginative take on a beloved classic. Hidden Sea is the enchanting story behind the Nutcracker, and it all begins with Drosselmeyer, the one-eyed toy maker who will soon carve the legendary wooden bauble that will then lead Clara on her dreamy adventure. So to me, it came off as like, not only was it like a prequel of the Nutcracker, but it seemed like there was like a little spin of it. So I'm really excited about this one. I have not heard any hype whatsoever behind this book, and it seemed like it was like, a good holiday read. So moving along. Okay, so the next in my TBR is Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. And what Christmas season is there without like the mentioning of A Christmas Carol? Like, come on. Like this, it's a classic. Like I couldn't not read A Christmas Carol. But we're like immersed into this world of Ebenezer Scrooge, who is this greedy miser business guy, and we have the whole adventure, if you will, of Ebenezer Scrooge being introduced to the 3 ghosts, past, present, and future, and it's just like a whirlwind ride, but Mr. Dickens is one of my favorite authors of classics, and I am just really excited about this one just because I've seen a lot of interpretations of A Christmas Carol, but I personally wanted to go back to the roots of like the original workings of A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, so that one is definitely on my list. So the next one that's on my holiday TBR is The Snow Queen by Hans Christian Andersen. It is actually the inspiration that created Elsa of Arendelle of the Frozen franchise. But he is a Danish author, and it is a magical story about the good and evil and the deep snow of the Snow Queen. And I'm really excited about this one because I thought this would be a great read to read with my daughter as well. She is absolutely obsessed with Elsa, so I thought this would be like the perfect holiday read to read with her. And it's also short and to the point as well. So next one is The Gift of the Magi. This one is by O. Henry. It follows a married couple trying to navigate Christmas time gift exchange on a seriously tight shoestring budget. It kind of reminds me of the really cute Mickey classic that was created Once Upon a Christmas, I believe it was. it kind of gives me that vibe, where Mickey is turning in his harmonica so that he can get Minnie Mouse a necklace or a gold chain, if you will, for herself for Christmas, and it's just so heartwarming. But I personally like thought the same vibes with the Gift of the Magi. This one also is a short book. So the next book is The Greatest Gift, by Philip Van Doren, I believe. But it is, the description says, a suicidal man perched on the edge of a bridge is interrupted by divine intervention. Sound familiar? That's because Philip Van Doren Stern's classic 1943 short story about a man named George who gets a glimpse of what the world would be like without him. In it is the inspiration for another holiday mainstay, Frank Capra's Stillwater film starring Jimmy Stewart in its lead, It's a Wonderful Life. The way that I took this description was that we are put into a situation where the main character is highly considering ending his life, and just life is very hard for this main character, and we start to unlock the richness of what truly life can be like, if we just take a moment to just take care of ourselves and really just engross and encapsulate around people that truly care. And I guess it's holiday themed, so I don't know if that's exactly what it is, but that's what kind of vibe I got off of it. So looking forward to that one, especially just because of the mental health aspect. Around the holidays, it becomes very hard for people, losing loved ones earlier in the year, financial troubles, people can't afford to buy for the holidays for their kids. It can be, even for me, it can be ugly sometimes. It was ultimately very hard last year for me. This year is probably going to be nothing short of that. So we'll see how my recording and everything goes into December. But I do struggle a bit in December just because, someone that was very, very close to me, she's been gone for quite some time now, but I still just get, depressed on most occasions because, she's not here anymore. So December is pretty tough, but I thought that this would be a good read to kind of submerge into a holiday read that involves mental health. So the next book, which is the second to last book, is another fairy tale retelling of the Nutcracker. It's called Winter Spell by Claire Legrand. I've heard on and off things about Winter Spell, some very, very bad and some very, very good. I personally am going to shove all that review aside and go into it just based off of the description. It takes a setting of New York City, 1899. Clara Stoll, the mayor's ever-proper daughter, leads a double life. Since her mother's murder, she has secretly trained in self-defense with the mysterious Drosselmeyer. Then on Christmas Eve, disaster strikes. Her home is destroyed, her father abducted by beings distinctly not human. To find him, Clara journeys to a war-ravaged land of Cain. Her only companion is the dethroned Prince Nicholas, bound by a wicked curse. If they're to survive, Clara has no choice but to trust him. But his haunted eyes burn with secrets and needs she can't define. With the dangerous, seductive fairy queen Anise hunting them, Clara soon realizes she won't leave Cain unscathed if she leaves at all. So based off of that description, that's what really lured me in, was you get a vibe of the interpretation of the Nutcracker that Disney did. I get that vibe. I definitely get the vibe of, when it comes to the cursed dethroned prince, I get vibes of A Curse So Dark and Lonely, or you know, Beauty and the Beast. Just everything and anything about that type of description, I'm all about it. So I'm really excited to read this one. This will be my first time reading this book, and I'm just really excited about this one. Like I said, I've heard bad and good things about it, but I'm going into it just based off of this description. I would definitely say this is at least a 3.5 to 4-star review for me going into it. The final book that I'm planning on picking up for my holiday TBR, I'm hoping that with some of these books that are shorter, these last two are probably going to be longer, so I will have plenty of time to finish these up before Christmas Eve, because my game plan is to do daily reading sprints and vlogs with you guys from December 1st to December 24th. So the plan is to do some live reading sprints with everybody. I'm kind of gauging around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will post ahead of time to let you guys know, since I don't really have the ability of enabling communities, since I don't really have too many subscribers yet, which is okay. But we figure it out. We strategize here. So that's like my game plan right now for like Bookmas. Planning on doing a couple reading sprints, doing a couple reading thons, and then like doing some fun activities in the interim for Bookmas. But yeah, stay tuned for all of that. I will definitely post as I get closer on what I absolutely plan on doing schedule-wise. But the final book that I'm planning on picking up for this holiday TBR is The Afterlife of Holly Chase by Cynthia Hand. I've heard so many amazing things about this particular book just because it's like a Christmas Carol retelling. So not only do I have like the original Christmas Carol like story, if you will, but now I have a retelling of A Christmas Carol. But just based off the description, this is why I was hooked. So the description goes, on Christmas Eve 5 years ago, Holly was visited by 3 ghosts who showed her how selfish and spoiled she'd become. They tried to convince her to mend her ways. She didn't. And then she died. Is the latest ghost of Christmas past. Every year they save another miserly grouch. Every year Holly stays frozen at 17 while her family and friends go on living without her. So far, Holly's afterlife has been miserable, but this year everything is about to change. Take that description, if you will. Apparently, though, it is a YA like Christmas Carol retelling. I didn't realize that would be humanly possible, but I've heard really good things about it. Again, pushing all the reviews aside and going off of like the description, if you will. And I'm just really looking forward to this one in particular because I really do love like a good difference in interpretation to A Christmas Carol. I do like the play off of like this secret company called Project Scrooge. How typical, you know, Scrooge, and let's create a secret society that revolves around his name. So, but yeah, those are the books. I'll leave links in the description below. I do plan on doing a non-holiday TBR for December, so stay tuned for that. But that's it for this video. If you are reading any of the books on this holiday TBR, please leave in the comments below which ones you are reading, or if you have read them, and I would love to hear what your take is on it. Really like to hear from you guys as well. So, but yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you are new here, feel free to subscribe. I would love to have you. But until next time, you're probably going to be seeing a lot more of me. I typically post on Thursdays and Saturdays, but in December, I'm more than likely going to be posting daily, so stay tuned for a lot more details on me. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and until next time, later, bye!